today I'm going to be doing this video on my personal experience on cystoscopy with a hydrodistention. I want to go over what exactly happened, how my experience was, and the overall anxiety of it, because let me tell you, the internet is going to scare you. It's going to make you think it's going to be the worst thing that you're ever going to go through. And it wasn't. I'm sorry, my mouth is really dry. I just had the procedure done, so this is maybe 6 hours after, and I just wanted to give this really raw video. I probably look sick, my hair is everywhere, I'm obviously just a little out of it, but what better than to do a video while actually feeling it, rather than wait and have to look back and try to recollect on how it felt. So, leading up to this procedure, I had such a high amount of anxiety. It stopped me from eating. It stopped me from sleeping. I even got the shakes every time I thought of it, because I'm reading these videos on the internet of women saying that it's the worst pain that they've ever experienced. It hurts more than the pain after giving birth. I can't really comment on that. I've never had children. I've never given birth, so I don't know what that feels like. But what this felt like was not that bad, and I just want to be a voice so women like myself have reassurance going into this, because I was terrified. I was petrified. I would think about it and my hands would start shaking. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And that's what anxiety will do to you. But I want to talk about what exactly happened today for the procedure. So my procedure was for 6 a.m. and I remember the whole drive there. Obviously, I was shaking, almost hyperventilating. We get there. It was really quick. I guess because of COVID, they kind of just schedule a certain amount of people and whatnot. But signed in. I was waiting in the waiting room. As soon as I got there, I was asked to empty my bladder, and I did have to fasten overnight because I was put under anesthesia. So I wasn't able to eat or drink past 12 a.m. So it was really hard for me to pee in the cup, considering when I woke up I peed. So I was able to provide a little bit of urine for them to look at, like they asked. So after I provided the urine, I was called into the back room, and that's when they set me up for the IV. That IV didn't work out, so they did this IV. But I was asleep when they changed the IVs, thank God. Getting back on track, I was put into the room, I was put on an IV, they started questioning me and just going over symptoms, the nurse, and then the anesthesiologist came in and went over how anesthesia was going to work. I was put on a relaxant through my IV as I was going back into the operational room. And as soon as they did the relaxant medication, I literally felt like I had like a few cocktails. Like everything felt great. My anxiety went away. I was just sitting there like, this isn't going to be that bad. Like, it's literally mind over matter when it comes to this, if I'm going to be completely honest. So after they wheel me back and I had the relaxant through my IV, I get into this room and they tell me to move on to this like hard flat surface table, and they told me they were going to put me on that table to do the procedure because in case they need to do x-rays, it's an x-ray friendly table. So I remember moving over to the table, and that's it. I guess as I moved over, they did the IV switch, or they put me out. I have no idea. I woke up at 10 o'clock. So a couple hours later, I was out for a while, I guess. And I was in a room, a different recovery room with a complete different nurse that I've never seen. And it was really weird because they were playing like hip music. So as soon as I woke up, I'm not gonna lie, I had the shakes really bad. I was trembling. I was just kind of out of it. And the nurse next to me asked if I was okay. They started taking my vitals, asking if they asked the anesthesiologist if it's normal for patients to shake. I overheard the nurse ask them that. And they came back and told me it's normal, that it should subside. Well, as soon as I woke up, I had the sensation that I had to pee immediately. I did not feel any burning. I did not feel any pain in my stomach. I didn't feel anything besides I have to go. So as I'm laying there in the recovery room, the nurse puts a bedpan under me and just says, go if you just have to. I sat on the bedpan and just the feeling of having to go would not go away, but nothing was coming out. So they then gave me a cup of water and I was wheeled back to my waiting room. And when I got back there, they gave me some apple juice and some water. And about 30 minutes after that, they allowed my significant other in, and I was so thankful that he was there, because I was just like, I feel like I'm gonna have to be back here alone, and that wasn't the case. And all the nurses were super, super nice. I was at Ochsner in Luling, Louisiana. Well, anyways, after 30 minutes of drinking a cup of water, a cup of apple juice, and then more water, I had to pee. So I was then helped up. I was given a big maxi pad, this pair of hospital underwear, and my significant other helped me to the restroom. Well, wait, no. The nurse helped me. I'm sorry, I'm getting times confused. I'm still a little out of it. The nurse helped me to the restroom. She gave me this little pan to pee in, like it sits on the toilet seat. And I went in there and I was expecting to be in excruciating pain urinating. I thought it was going to be the worst. So I sat down and I peed and it didn't hurt. It just felt like I had a mild urinary tract infection. You know that burning sensation you get when you pee and you have a urinary tract infection? I could feel my sides were tainted, like achy, but nothing hurt. I noticed that I had a little bit of blood in my urination. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of blood. But I wiped myself with some sanitary wipes. I put this big mattress maxi pad on these hospital underwear, and I limped my way out, and the nurse helped me back to my room. I get back to my room. They start taking my vitals. I'm allowed to get dressed at this point. And mind you, my procedure, I was scheduled for 6 a.m. I don't believe my procedure started until around 8 a.m. I was back in the room by around 10 or 11 a.m. And I got to leave the hospital at 12 p.m.? I don't know. My time's a little off. But before I left, after I went peed the first time, I got dressed. They took all the IVs out. I had to pee again before I left. And like usually you hear like horror stories of, oh, the first few times you pee, it's going to be the worst pain ever. It's not true, at least in my case. And I went peed another time, and this is where my significant other helped me to the restroom. Second time, I had no blood in my urination. It was clear. Thank God. So I go back into the room. I get another vital check-in, and I'm approved to leave. The nurse wheels me out, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was diagnosed with a mild case of interstitial cystitis, which is inflammation of the bladder. And I was put on a variety of medications, which I would rather not go over at this point in time. But my point of making this video is for any woman out there that is terrified of this procedure, that is losing sleep over it, that can't eat, that has got anxiety so bad that they're shaking. It's not going to be that bad. You have to put that mind over matter. And it happens so quick. If you have friendly nurse staff and you have somebody good there with you for support, like I have my boyfriend, I think you're going to be okay. And I really wanted to make this video. This isn't like me to go on social media and make a video talking about an experience looking like this. Usually would wait until I feel better, but I wanted to do it raw. I wanted to show how I looked. I still have my bracelets on. I wanted to be honest with it, because I couldn't find a video explaining what I was about to go through besides maybe two. And both of the videos I watched were just other people that had different illnesses. So it varies, you know? So I really hope this helps anybody out there that is suffering and that's terrified and just wants more information. This video isn't for clout. It's just for simple information for anybody going through the same thing. And I hope you do good. I send prayers to whoever is suffering. Now, time for recovery.